President issues his executive order on November 20th of last year. Court case ensues. There's a hearing on the preliminary injunction January 15th, 2015. Your counsel represents to the court no applications for revised DACA would be accepted until the 18th of February. No action would be taken on any of these applications until March 4th. Did you know at the time that your counsel was misrepresenting the facts?
No, and I'm not sure I would characterize it that way, Congressman. The fact was that beginning on November 24th, for individuals who were applying for either renewal or for
if I could just interrupt for a second, Mr. Rodriguez, it's pretty clear your counsel said, just to be clear, Your Honor, and he reemphasized that point that no applications going to the 3-year deferrals would happen until at least February 18th, or excuse me, March the 4th. And yet the case, isn't it true that you had 100,000 of these applications go, or not applications, but these actual 3-year deferrals go out to 100,000 individuals?
100,000 individuals under the original 2012 DACA program who were being granted 3-year work authorizations rather than 2.
Exactly.
I won't characterize my counsel's comments.
Well, I mean, the judges said it. They were misrepresented to the judge. I'm saying, did you know at the time the counsel for your side of the case misrepresented that fact to the judge?
I was not aware of the statement made by my counsel at that time.
When did you learn that there had been a misrepresentation to the court?
I learned that the court believed that there had been a misrepresentation in March when we first informed the court in an attempt to be 100% clear with the court, in fact granted roughly 108,000 3-year work authorizations beginning on November 24th, long before the lawsuit was even filed. And by the way, Congressman, openly.
Yeah. So you informed the court when?
We advised the court, I believe, at the beginning of March. It would have been something like March 3rd or March 4th, when of our own initiative, in order to be 100% frank and clear with the court, our counsel took the initiative to advise the court that we had
okay, you advised the court on March the 3rd or 4th, early March. When did you first learn that there may be a problem?
Immediately after the injunction, we discussed the existence of these 108,000 3-year authorizations. Again, individuals under the original 2012 program. This would have been sometime in the few days after the injunction was issued.
I'm looking for a date, because you got to remember the context, though, Director Rodriguez. We were having an important debate here in Congress relative to the Department of Homeland Security funding bill. The judge issues his injunction on February 16th. You're telling us a few weeks later we went on our own, just out of the kindness of our heart, even though the judge thinks you misrepresented the case to him, out of the kindness of your heart, you told the judge sometime early March, but that DHS bill came due on February 27th. You said you knew about this shortly after the injunction, so sometime between February 16th and February 27th, you learned of it. I'm wondering why you didn't tell us right away, or tell the judge right away, which we would have known about and the American people would have known about.
We told the court within a couple of weeks of the injunction, in an effort to be candid with the tribunal, which our counsel felt that it was their obligation, and which certainly, had I been counsel, I would have had the same attitude as well. We wanted to make sure that the court understood that.
All I'm saying is it would have been nice in the heat of that debate, frankly, debate that the whole country was having, if we'd have had that information before the deadline of the DHS bill, which was February 27th. Well, and you're telling me you knew there could be a problem, and you decided to tell the judge, but you waited until after the 27th.
Congressman, I'm not sure I agree with the characterization. The fact is, we told, once we understood that this was an issue that the court may not have understood, we made the decision to let the court know. It was our intention at all times to be candid with the court, and what I underscore is that we had this up on our website. This was included in our filings with the court, that the directive was to issue 3-year work authorizations immediately. That was part of our initial response.
Well, I tell you what would have been a lot nicer. What would have been a lot nicer is if the counsel for your side, when they were in front of the judge, would have told them what you told the court. Would have told them, hey, there's already been 100,000 go out, instead of misrepresenting it to the court and saying that's not going to happen until sometime in February, sometime in March. That'd have been better. But the fact that you learned before the 27th date and waited to tell the judge and therefore Congress and the American people until after the DHS bill, I think is relevant. Last question, if I could, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Roth, have you looked into this issue?
We are in the process of doing the field work on this, yes.
And what does that mean, Mr. Roth? Is that going to be a report sometime soon, or when are we going to have something that, when's your investigation or audit going to be done?
Sure. We're conducting interviews as we speak, reviewing emails, doing the kinds of things that we would typically do. My projected timeline is hopefully weeks, not months, but I can't give you a firmer date than that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.